it's Esme, and yesterday I am back at the Trial Zone factory and I have so many different exciting things planned. I'm going to be designing my very own body protector as well as testing it. We're also going to be testing some helmets to destruction, as well as testing the helmet that I actually fell off in a few months ago. But first things first, let's head to the design lab.
We produce body protectors with a polynitrate foam inner in the body protector.
Oh, cool.
And what happens is, as the impact comes in, the polynitrate will absorb the energy the impact creates to lessen the damage on vital organs. It lessens the impact of any damage.
Oh, that's really good. I would love to design my own body protector.
We thought you might say that. So what we've actually done is come up with some concepts of a body protector that might be suited to you. The first concept we've come up with for you, a two-piece garment which wraps around your body into your waist and allows your back to be covered. With a body protector, what we're trying to achieve is the maximum protection of your vital organs in your body skeletal structure without impacting your riding position or stopping your mobility in the saddle.
That's really good. I really like this material because it's got some little holes in, so it makes it really breathable. Also, this material here is very cool. I like how the colour of it almost changes in the light, and again, it looks very breathable as well.
What we have here is a two-layer fabric that's got a grey layer on the inside and a black layer on the outside. Ooh. So when you actually look at it, it gives a sheen.
Yeah,
so it's so really
cool.
pretty.
I love that. I really like the baby blue and the baby pink, I think.
So to give that effect
that looks so
on
good.
the piping.
So now I've designed my body protector, it's time to have a go at making it. So I'm going to meet up with Alex and we're going to have a look at the girder machine.
Hi Esme, it's so good to see you again.
You too.
So I heard you had a good session with Ian in the design lab.
It was very good.
Fantastic. So he's told me that the first thing we need to do is actually get your foam cut out for your body protector.
Yes.
So here we are in the cutting area, and this is our Gerber cutting machine.
Ooh.
We actually have a few of these, and they're absolutely massive, so it's a good thing we've got a lot of space.
Yes.
And what the Gerber cutting machine does is it actually allows us to cut a lot of foam quickly and really precisely. So tell you what, let's fire it up and you can have a go.
Brilliant. So I have been given the honours of turning on the machine, so if I press this green button here, it will go. So cool.
So it's already finished. I mean, that was quick, wasn't it? One minute.
Very speedy.
Yeah, so basically we can cut up to 80 pieces in 1 minute.
Whoa.
We've only done 8 on this run just because we don't want to have any extra waste, and we're only doing a special just for your body protector.
Aww.
As we're on our way to the machinist area, we need to pick up the fabric on the way.
Okay.
So here we are at the next cutting machine, and you can see here all the fabric has been laid out to be the most efficient in terms of space, so we have as little waste as possible. So all we need to do is press the button and then we'll go. Okay, Esme, here it comes. It's just fresh off the cutting table.
So cool.
So now we just need to take our pattern pieces and then we'll go through to the machinist area.
Cool.
Here we are in the Aeroware sewing department, and you can see Sue here, who is expertly sewing together all the pieces we just cut out in the cutting room. So Sue has been with us for 14 years, and it's a really highly skilled job. It takes a lot of concentration with a really fast sewing machine.
Yes.
So you can see here she's sewing all the layers together.
As you knew from last time, my sewing skills were not great.
Yeah, we were going to put you on the sewing machine, but we thought because this one is particularly quick and does require a lot of skill, maybe not this time round.
It wasn't best for me.
This is the final stage of the process. So Avril here, who's been with us for 23 years, is doing the most important part, which is actually gluing the foam layers together for the front and the back. And once she's done that, she'll be fitting the layers of foam inside the body protector cover that you just sewed. So Avril here is signing and dating every barcode that goes into an Aerowear body protector.
Wow.
This means that every Aerowear body protector can be traced back to the person and the date it was made.
That's really good.
So Esme, you've seen how we make a body protector, and the other day you saw how we make a helmet.
Yes.
But what you haven't seen is how we test these products. So welcome to the Home of Innovation.
Wow.
So
cool.
this is where we test the products to make sure that they are super safe for our customers. So you've got your lab coat on.
Yes.
I've got my pinny on. Ready to go.
Let's go.
Cool. Here we are.
Whoa, this is so cool.
And I'd love you to meet Matt Stewart. Matt is our head of innovation.
Hi, nice to meet you.
This is the lab at Charles Owen. This is where we test all of our body protectors and our helmets to make sure they're up to the equestrian standards. And first we're going to test your body protector to make sure it's up to standard.
Right now, Matt is currently setting up the body protector and the cameras and everything, getting it all ready. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to drop a weight from quite high up. It's going to go down onto the body protector, and we're actually going to film it as well. We have a slow-mo camera, so we can watch the impact. So I am very excited for this. It looks very cool.
So Esme, while Matt is setting up our next test, I wanted to show you something really interesting. So in this lab, we do helmet analysis on accident helmets. And here we have Laura Kraut's helmet. And you can see here, this is the protective liner that sits inside the shell. And on Laura's helmet, her horse actually stood on her head twice.
Whoa.
Yeah, and you can see here the actual stud from the horse's shoe passed through her helmet shell and through into the protective liner. Now this helmet was designed to take that kind of impact. It's a PASA 15 helmet, so the helmet that carries the British safety standard, and it's really important that this was a factor that helped to save her life.
And it just goes to show that an accident like that, like a freak accident, can happen to anyone, especially, a professional rider as well.
Yeah, and when you least expect it sometimes.
Yeah.
So I know that you had an accident recently, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And we've actually done some analysis on that helmet. And here is your helmet. Now, the interesting thing is that from the outside, you may not know that there's actually anything wrong with the helmet.
I looked at it and it looks completely fine from the outside. And when I sent it to you guys, I was like, they probably won't really find much because it looks brand new.
Yes. And the reason why it's so important that riders need to change their helmet after every fall is because you simply don't know what the internal damage is. So when we took apart your helmet, we actually found that you'd sustained quite a significant impact.
Yes.
And you can see here, all the way around the back of the liner has actually been crushed. This would take significant impact. And it's only because this helmet, again, was designed with the PASA 15 standard that it has been designed to take the kind of impact, because you landed on a hazard edge, a sharp point. This standard is designed for those kind of impacts.
Yeah, because when I landed on the arena fence, I landed so hard that my next door neighbour wondered what the bang was because I hit it with such force. And it just blows my mind to think that if I wasn't wearing that helmet, the accident would have been a lot worse.
It could have been very scary, and I think what's just really important to note is how you can have such severe damage on the inside of the liner, but yet it looks absolutely fine on the outside. These liners are designed to take this kind of impact. It's like the crumple zone on a car. So that's why it's so important that if you have an accident, replace your helmet after the fall.
I'm honestly so shocked with the impact and everything. Obviously, with the fall, it happened so quickly, and because I did hit my head, it's kind of difficult to remember what quite happened because it just went so fast. But obviously there's where I hit my head on the back, which is where I think I hit the fence. But also you can see that I had some impact on the front here as well. And I think what must have happened is because I landed on the fence, I landed on the top part, so I must have rebounded sort of off the fence and then hit my head again. So you can see I did hit my head quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, many riders report this to us, that they think the accident went a certain way, and when we do a helmet investigation, we find that there are secondary or even third impacts that we find, because we can see here you sustained an initial impact at the front, and then you sustained the secondary impact at the back in that vulnerable part. So yes, it is very scary, and it's just really important that your helmet fits properly as well, so you're protected over your whole head. So Esme, to give you an idea of the kind of tests that your helmet design went through, we have to look at a poster like this. So you can see the Paso 15 standard puts helmets through 4 different types of test. One being the hazard edge Anvil, which is this one. I don't know how strong you are, but...
Oh my goodness, that is actually really heavy.
Yeah.
Blimey.
So your helmet was dropped onto that Anvil. We also have the spike test, which is really, really sharp, and we fire helmets onto this spike to make sure that they can take something like the stud of a horse's shoe. And then we also have the flat edge Anvil as well. And you can see that the British standard is quite comprehensive. It does cover quite a lot of tests and accident scenarios. The European standard is the VG1. That covers 3 different types of tests, so it's not quite as comprehensive. And then the American standard is the ASTM, which only covers 2. So if you want to be fully covered, it's probably best to have a helmet which has 3 standards or more, but definitely to include Paso 15.
Especially as the accident that I had involved something such as this little guy here, because when I fell, I landed on the arena fence, which obviously has an edge a little bit like that.
Yeah.
And that edge is a lot sharper than the arena fence, I can say that. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're actually going to test some helmets. So here we have a helmet that you can't actually see. It is so high, it's gone up through the ceiling pretty much. We're going to be dropping it down, which is very exciting. I feel like it's going to make me jump because it's so high up. Obviously this is way higher than your head would be if you were falling from a horse, but let's watch it in action. Oh my goodness, that was so loud.
Okay, Esme, let's watch that back in slow-mo. So this is kind of what could have happened to you when you hit that fence, although a little less extreme, but this is similar incidents.
It's wild to think. Oh my goodness. While Matt is setting up a rather vicious looking spike over here, you might be wondering, Esme, why is there a freezer and an oven behind you? So this freezer is set at -20 degrees C and the oven is set at 50 degrees C. So very hot and very cold. And this is because when they test the helmets, they also like to test the helmets at different temperatures, because obviously all across the world, there's different times of year, there's different climates. So it means that all the helmets, they need to make sure that they pass the tests, even if you live in Canada when it's really freezing in the winter and there's snow, or if you live in a really hot country and it's boiling outside. Okay guys, nobody is around, but I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek. So this is the new Halo. It's gonna be coming out in April. Look how cool it is. I love the rose gold as well. It's so pretty. But anyway, gotta run now. They can't find out I've tried it on. Oh my goodness guys, look at the spike on here. So we're going to be dropping it onto this MyPS helmet. So this is actually one of the British Paso 15 tests. So it's definitely going to be one to watch because that spike is pretty hefty. Oh my.
So Esme, we're fresh back from the lab.
Yes.
And we saw so many tests today.
Yes,
what
we
did
did.
you think?
I still cannot believe how my helmet looked brand new on the outside, especially compared to the inside as well from my fall. It really goes to show that when you do fall off and hit your head, you really do need to replace your helmet after the fall.
You do, and it's mainly because that outside shell takes the initial impact, but the inside liner is a bit like the crumple zone in a car, so it takes the full force, which is why it's really important, like you say, to replace it after a fall. So I've also just had your body protectors back from the factory, which is really exciting.
So pretty. I love them so much.
I know. So the body protector, your blue one to match your helmet, is actually available now, which is really exciting.
Oh,
and the
yay.
pink one will be available in the early summer.
Oh, that's so cool. Also, we have some hat silks here as well.
Yeah.
So you guys have been asking me to come out with hat silks for quite a while, so they're finally here. We have 3 different colour options in 2 different styles. So first we have this one here, which is great because it's got the grey mesh, which works perfectly with my This Esme JS1 Pro because it means you have the great ventilation. And then also we have some ones that have cute little pom-poms on. They're a little bit different too, and we have the This Esme logo and the Charles Owen logo. So let me know which colour you like the most in the comments below. I just think they're all so pretty. The lilac is very different as well, so I really like that.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today, Esme. Every time you visit us, it's so much fun.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me. It's been great filming today.
Yeah, well, hopefully we invite you back soon.
Yes.
And yeah, have safe riding.
Brilliant, thank you. So thank you so much, guys, for watching today's video. If you're new or have not done so already, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out and I really do appreciate it. But before we finish, we have a giveaway, don't we? So we're going to be holding a giveaway over on my Instagram page for a body protector and a helmet. Yes, both. We're going all out with this giveaway. So if you'd like to check it out, it will be over on my Instagram page at this_Esme. All of the information will be on that post. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you all next time. Bye!